Hi Leo, welcome to February. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to go over the astrology that's coming up this month. So we have a full moon in your sign this month on the 5th. Mercury will be moving into Aquarius in your 7th house of partnership on the 12th. We have the sun moving into Pisces on the 19th. And then we have a new moon in Pisces on the 20th. And Venus moves into Aries on the 21st. So we'll get to that later. Let's see what the cards say for Leo in terms of love and relationship. What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of February 2023? What's coming up for Leo? What is coming up for Leo in February? This is a new deck and the cards are really stiff. Kind of almost hard to shuffle. So let's see. What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for February 2023? We've got Valentine's Day this month. So happy Valentine's if you're celebrating. Okay, let's see what we got. The Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the World, the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Moon, the Empress, the Death card, the Hangman, the Tower, the card at the bottom of the deck, the Magician. Okay, so major changes coming up this month. You start out with the Ace of Wands. This is a new beginning. This is a seed. Aces are seeds. And the Ace of Wands is a new beginning that makes you feel like it renews your passion. It renews your desire to take action. So something new is going to begin. It's also a time card that represents March, April, May, those months. So I feel like this spring, there's going to be a new opportunity coming your way that you're going to be really excited about, and it's going to represent major change for you. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. For some of you, it could be a job, because I'm getting some career energy. But even if it's not a job, I feel like you're going to have new beginnings all around. Not just relationships, but also work situations. You're ready to let fresh air come into your life. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of someone who is financially stable, but lonely. So you may have a job that, pays the bills, and your life might be okay. You have a roof over your head, but you're feeling like, I wish I had someone to share it with. I wish I had more. It's not just about the money. So even if you're so I feel like you could be going through there's going to be some major change that's going to bring whatever you're looking for into your life, but it's not going to happen without major change. You have the World here. The World is a card of something coming to completion. So in the past, you may feel like everything's kind of been working out, but now you're ready to move to another level. And there's a part of you that's a little bit afraid of moving to that next level. You may feel like, well, I don't know if I want to let go of what I have, even though this new opportunity, and it could be a new relationship, it looks like it could be better for me, a better situation, but you're really concerned about security, especially financial security. So wherever you've been, you feel really secure. You may have been there for a long time. Four of Pentacles is like someone holding on to their money, holding on to their relationship, because they're afraid to let go. Even though they know that if I let go, there might be something new that's attracting you, that's saying, hey, try this new thing, new person, this new job, this new whatever, it's going to be better for you, but you're still like, oh no, I'm kind of happy. It's like the devil you don't know. Like, I know this devil, I don't know the new devil. You have the Magician here. This is a card of manifestation. So it's really important for you right now to be thinking positive about what you want to create in your life, especially in love, in any area of your life, not just love, but also career, life direction, finances. You have the skills, so you can manifest anything. It's all about how you're focusing your thoughts. Are you focusing on worry? Are you focusing on failure? Are you focusing on the worst case scenario, what could go wrong, instead of focusing on what could go right? Because I'm seeing this Three of Wands here in the future, and that's a card of whatever energy you've been putting into a relationship or a career path even, you're going to start to see results. It's just kind of forming. This energy is forming, so you have to keep that mental picture in your head of what you want to achieve, and then you can manifest it. You have the moon here in the near future, so the moon can represent confusion or misunderstandings, or you're not sure if you can trust. Like if you've met a new person, you may feel like, I don't know, can I trust this person? Can I trust this new situation? Because there's a lot you really don't know. It's very new. So some of you might be thinking about leaving a situation that's been comfortable but not fulfilling, and moving towards something that's new and offers potential, but you're not sure if you can trust it. You have the Empress here. All you really want is a happy home and family. But it's in your negative thinking sector. I mean, this is the Mother card. This is the Family card. This is also the Harvest card. It kind of relates to this Three of Wands, because this is like a birth and, the results of your hard work. This is also a birth. And in some cases, I mean, for those who are looking for children, who are wanting to have children, it could represent having children, but it could also represent the birth of an idea, the birth of a relationship, like a new project. So it's something that you have to nurture. It's at the beginning stages. So you have to baby it. You have to mother it. So I feel like if you're starting a new relationship this month, or it may not even happen this month. It might even happen more. I'm thinking more in March, April. But the seed is being planted this month. So you're starting to think like, maybe I need to find someone else. Maybe I need to be somewhere else. To get what I want, I might have to move on, let go of what I have, and move on to something else. But there's fear around that. There's confusion and doubt around it. You have the Death card here in your environment. Something has really changed in a relationship, and you can't unchange. Like the Death is about realizing that a cycle has ended. Both these two cards are about cycles ending. The good thing about the World is it ends in a positive way. Like everything's coming together, you're moving up to a new level. With the Death card, the ending is kind of forced on you. You have to accept reality. You have to say, okay, this part of my life is over. I have to release it. I have to clear it out. If I don't clear it out, I'm not making room for the new. And then you have the Hangman. The Hangman is about giving something up for something better. But a part of you has not been wanting to give that up. You're holding on. And sometimes the Four of Pentacles can represent your partner. You might be with someone who's very controlling, or someone who's stingy with the money. So that could be either you or the other person. Where you want to, because Leos are usually generous. But sometimes, maybe you're, being more frugal with your finances, and your partner may feel like you're being stingy. But the Hangman is a wish fulfillment, is in your wish fulfillment sector. And that's saying if you want to achieve what you really want in a relationship, in love, if you want to get your wish, you may have to make a sacrifice by giving something up. So let's say you're in a relationship and it's okay, but it's not, you're not really in love, or it's just, so-so. But there's another person that you really could care about, or someone that you really want. You can't keep this relationship. You have to give this up to get the other thing. So you might be having to make that decision at some point this month or over the next couple of months. I feel like this is it's not a one-time thing. I feel like it's a 3-month, at least 2 months, because February, March, possibly 3 months, because this is a 3-month time period, March, April, May. But I think all the action is going to happen in March and April because we have the eclipses coming in April. And that usually speeds up your timeline. And when you have the tower here, and now don't get afraid of the tower. The tower represents major change. But it's not always negative. Sometimes the tower breaks down something because you're on the wrong path. So if something is being taken away by the tower, it's really helping you. It's like a blessing in disguise. It's saying, you know what, you've been on this path too long. It's not doing you any favors. You're not growing. You're not changing. You're not happy. We're going to take that away because we want to give you something better. And that's what the tower is about. The tower is about being released from an oppressive situation. If you're in a relationship where you feel like you can't be yourself, you can't be your true self, or you're in a job and you feel restricted and oppressed. Maybe you have a boss that's been like banging you over the head, very critical or something, or a control freak. But the tower is like, it's also an awakening. The lightning is hitting the tower, and you realize, oh my God, I'm seeing the truth. It's a truth, like come to Jesus moment where you're like, I see the truth, now I can't unsee it. Once you see the truth about someone or a situation, you can't unsee it. And this might happen around the full moon. We'll get to that in a minute. Because full moons bring things to light. It brings the truth to the surface, and you could see. Like maybe you think, you have one idea about a person you're dating. Like, yeah, I think they care about me, and I think they're loyal. And all of a sudden you find out something totally different. Or it could be someone. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be positive too. Like you really like someone, and you don't know how they feel. And all of a sudden they tell you, hey, I really love you, and I wish I could be with you. So it could be a positive shock. It doesn't have to be a negative shock. But I do feel like it's going to lead to major change, where you're going to reinvent your life, where you're going to build in a new direction, but in a better direction, because you're no longer wasting your energy on something that's not working. So that's the main message of this reading, is you can achieve the things that you want, and there is the energy of new beginnings, but it comes with the price of releasing the old, letting go of what's not working. So let's see what the angels have to say about, for Leo. What message do you need to hear from the angels? And you've got a lot of major arcana in this reading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a very karmic time in your life. It's a turning point. So don't fear change. It's leading you to a better future. Even if you might feel like it's chaotic at the while everything's happening, when the dust settles, you will find yourself in a better place, guaranteed. So let's see what the angels say. Inspiration. A wave of inspiration and a stream of beautiful ideas are about to enter your aura. It is important that you trust your intuition at this time. Pay attention to unusual thoughts that come to your mind, and do not discount your imagination. Many wonderful ideas which have served humanity were initially scoffed at or ridiculed. We, your guardian angels, will help you to discover ways to apply your ideas and manifest new realities for your life. So, if you get that spark of inspiration, follow it wherever it leads you. Something may be drawing you to a certain path. Don't be afraid to release any situation that's no longer serving you, and move toward that path, because that path is going to lead to what you're truly desiring. So let's see what the astrology has to say. Leo, you have a full moon in your relationship sector. The moon is in the first house. The sun and Saturn is in the 7th. So things are coming to a head in a partnership. With Saturn there, you're seeing the truth. So whether it's for good or for bad, it's going to be the truth. So you're either finding out that this relationship isn't what I thought it was, or you may find out like, hey, I need to make a commitment. I need to change. I can't. Because Saturn usually represents seeing reality, but also represents commitment and being willing to accept responsibility, being willing to do the work. It can represent commitment where you decide to make something permanent, because Saturn represents longevity. Uranus is in your 10th house, so it can also change your life direction, your life path. So, for example, if you're dating someone and suddenly you decide to make a commitment because you find out, that you really love this person or that person really loves you, and you decide, okay, let's join together and your life is going to change, right? It could be a sudden awakening or a sudden decision like, hey, I want to be with this person. I can't live without you. I want to commit. It could work another way because with Uranus, you never know. I have to tell you, you never know what's going to happen with Uranus. Whatever you think is going to happen may not happen. Whatever you never imagined in a million years to happen can happen. So just kind of don't try to control it. Just see what flies in. But, you could be also waking up and realizing, what, this relationship is just not, I have to get out of it. Uranus brings you this drive for freedom. I need to change my life. And this isn't working. And I've been putting up with this for too long. And I want something more real. I want something more authentic. I'm out of here. It could work that way too. Pluto and Mercury are in your 6th house. So that has to do with health. It has to do with your work situation. I think you're seeing the truth about, if you're still working, if you're working, you're seeing the truth about your situation. No one can pull the wool over your eyes. So if someone's been giving you a BS story at work, you're going to see beneath the surface. You're going to see the truth. It's also, with Mercury and Pluto, maybe you have to make some major changes in your health regimen. You might have to start exercising or eating healthier. I'm not saying that you're going to you'll be sick or anything, but it's saying that you have to take better care of yourself because the 6th house has to do with health. What you do to keep healthy. The 6th house is also, how much am I sacrificing myself for others? Am I getting back what I'm putting in? Because you may be giving a lot to someone and they're not giving anything back to you. Or you're overworking for something else, either at work or in a relationship, and it's affecting your health because you're doing it all and no one's helping you. So that's something too. With Mercury, you have to speak up. You can't keep quiet anymore. You have to speak your truth. Venus and Neptune are in the 8th house, and they're squaring Mars in the 11th. So there could be a friendship. There could be some sparks flying between you and someone in your group, and either a friendship, someone that you were just friends with, or someone you meet through the groups that you belong to. Because when Venus and Mars come to square, it's a very, it's a sexual kind of connection, where you're attracted to each other. It's like all chemistry. And with Neptune there, you may want to make sure that you're seeing this person realistically, that you're not just caught up in the glamour. Because Neptune, especially in the 8th, it's in a money house. Like you may meet someone that you think they have tons of money, and it turns out that they don't, that they're just looking. It's all show and no substance, Or you want to be careful, especially if you're signing any contracts or doing anything around money with someone, especially a partner. If you're counting on someone else's income to pull you through something, you might be, delusional about it. So you want to be realistic. Don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes when it comes to any financial situation. You have Jupiter and Chiron in the 9th house. Jupiter is positive in the 9th house. It may mean you have an opportunity to travel. You may have an opportunity to learn some new skills. You may have an opportunity to change your belief systems, to have more faith that you can achieve your goals. But Chiron being there, you may have to work on healing. There's something that needs to be healed within you. Maybe you need to have more faith, or maybe you need to share your gifts. Maybe you're feeling insecure about what your knowledge is. Maybe you're feeling insecure about a lack of education. So then you might want to go back to school and get that credential, so that you could feel more confident. But I'm telling you, with Uranus in the 10th house, your career situation could have sudden changes. Let's say you were working in this one field for years. All of a sudden now it's like, it's the same old, and you switch to something totally different. Or you find something else that really speaks to your soul, and you just shift your life direction. And that the 10th house can be career. Most of the times it's career. But sometimes it can be life changes where you go from single to married, married to single. It can work out that way also. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Venus is sextile Uranus. So if you're connecting with someone in a romantic way, it could happen. It could come on suddenly. You could suddenly meet someone when you least expect it. And I feel like if you do, the feelings can be really intense and exciting. You might meet someone through your work or through whatever you're doing in life. It could also be, what was the thing I wanted to say? It's very exciting, but it's also, and very passionate. That's what I wanted, and very deep. So if you're connecting with somebody new this month, it could really affect you on a deep level. Like, wow, I'm so excited about this person. Like, you're just like, head over heels kind of. Then we have this new moon in Pisces, and that's happening in the 8th house. Now, the 8th house is the house of sex, death, transformation, taxes. I mean, it's a lot of things. It's basically you're confronting your shadow. It's giving you the opportunity to bond with someone on a deep level, possibly deeper than you've ever gone before. And to do that, you have to confront your own fears around bonding at that level, around intimacy. Like maybe you've just dated people and it's been very superficial, or friendships, friends with benefits, or relationships where you're just like, yeah, we're just dating, or we're just living together, and there's no real passion, there's no real connection. With the 8th house, you could find someone that you're really bonding at the soul level. But to do that, you have to overcome some of your fears. The other way this can work out is you connect with there's some kind of new beginning around money, other people's money. So let's say you have an idea to do something with your career and you want to start this project, but you don't have the funding. You could get the funding with this new moon. You could find that someone wants to support your idea and wants to fund you. It could even be a partner's income. Maybe you're married and your partner gets a raise. And now you have you have more money coming in, so you could do something that you've always wanted to do, but you never had enough money to do. You could be paying off taxes, paying off bills, receiving an inheritance. Any of those things relate to the 8th house. But the most important thing with the 8th house, aside from the mundane aspects of taxes and money and other people's money resources, it's really about confronting your shadow. And because we all have our shadow that we don't see. And we all have ways that we sabotage ourselves and we're not aware of it. This new moon is giving you a new beginning. The full moon in Leo is making you aware of the problems in a relationship. But the new moon is giving you an opportunity to have a new beginning, to start again and to do it right this time. And to get rid of the baggage that's been stopping you from having that great relationship. So this is a great new moon because there are no negative aspects really. And the new moon is conjunct Saturn. Everything is like trines and sextiles and conjunctions. And Saturn, if you start something new under Saturn's energy, it can last a long time. You're putting something in place that has, stability, longevity. There might even be an age difference between the two people. So make sure whatever you're committing to, you really want it because it's going to last. But the thing about the sextiles, it brings opportunity, but you have to take action. So in your case, opportunity is going to come this month. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to let go of what's no longer working and take action toward this new opportunity? Whether it's a relationship or a career move, whatever it is, it has the key to your future and your happiness. But you have to have the courage to let go of what you need to let go of. It's like, you're a ship and you want to go across the ocean. You can't do it without leaving the shore, right? So it's the same kind of thing. If I want something new in my life, I have to let go of what I'm holding on to so I can move on to something new. And that can be scary, but and it can mean major change, but it can also bring positive change where you're no longer feeling stuck, or you're no longer wasting your energy on something that's just not working and not giving you any joy. So don't be afraid to go after the dream this month, Leo. That's my message to you. So if you enjoyed this reading, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave me a comment, let me know what's going on in your life, if this reading spoke to you. If you'd like a private reading, because this is a general reading, it may not speak to everyone. So if you want a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website and we can get you scheduled. In the meantime, thank you for supporting this channel. If you're new, welcome. Have a wonderful February. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating. And I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.